You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
And we're back on Zoom because George is not here, of course. That's the only reason we do Zoom, unless we're in different parts of the country, which if you look at my new background, obviously we're not.
Just make it an upgraded himself.
Hey, you know, sometimes you got to trade out the me seeks for some reality. Whatever that means.
I'm doing my Always Sunny and Mac stupid dances right now. Just to avoid being mad about the fact that we have to do this on Zoom.
Well, regardless, guess what, people? This is the second before last episode of the year.
Don't say that shit, because now it's gonna make me more mad. You just doing this on purpose now. You doing this on purpose.
I was about to get people excited for something. I was just gonna say we was gonna do next week, but I mean,
be happy right now. I wish we could be here for the people right now. I wish we could.
We are. We're here.
God
it's not there, but we're here.
Whoever is developing any type of holographic technologies, holla at us. Holla at me specifically. I'm really willing to invest in an IPO because I'm trying to make some money. But yeah, nigga, you know how much money we could make if we was like fucking like live hologramming ourselves from fucking people's cribs and shit.
Oh yeah, us, Prince, Tupac, Michael Jackson. Yeah, nigga, it's a tag on that for sure.
No, fuck all that shit. I'm God, nigga. Like they ain't got shit on me. Like who the fuck?
I feel like we gotta add them to the bill.
Well, Prince can be there. Prince can be there. We ain't leave.
I mean, he's not the opener. You know.
No,
you know what I mean?
No,
exactly.
No,
exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No, it's
exactly.
Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Somebody else got to be an opener. Put A$AP Rocky as a opener.
He's still alive. In their lineup, I feel like Tupac got to be the opener. I love Tupac, but I feel like he got to be the opener.
You gonna put him as an opener though?
It's not us.
That's disrespectful.
If the bill is us, Tupac, we the only alive niggas. It's us, Tupac, Michael Jackson, and Prince. We're not opening, and neither is Prince. And Mike is definitely somewhere in the middle. Pac gotta open.
I don't want
Pac's hologram gotta open our live show.
I don't want Mike there because if Mike gonna be there,
what?
Fucking hologram Prince gonna fight hologram Mike, and you know it's gonna be all your fault because you wanted hologram Mike there. It's your fault.
I like Purple Rain and Smooth Criminal. I'm sorry.
I like Prince music and Prince's artistry as a whole. Mike ain't shit. He was created by Joe Jackson. Shout out to Joe.
I feel like there's some blasphemy in what you said, but
you know this, I know this. Everybody that watched the motherfucking Jackson 5 movie knows this.
I'm not giving Viacom that much credit, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not giving Viacom that much credit. You are if you're saying that.
Because you know it's the truth.
That 5-hour movie was bullshit.
It was 5 hours?
4, something like that. That and the Temptations was like 3-4 hours. Some crazy. Anyway,
but that bud I smoked had to be going. You know what? Now that perp that I smoked goes down as top 10 now. Because I swear to God, that movie felt like an hour and a half.
No, the Jackson 5 movie on VH1 was definitely like 4 hours. 3.5.
That had to be the longest, shortest movie I've ever thought I felt in my entire life.
Because, like I said, I know for a fact I've seen the Temptations movie multiple times. That shit is definitely 4 hours. For sure.
I saw it twice. I don't think it was that long, but
it was definitely 3-4 hours, dog.
Whoo.
Anyway.
You know how robbed I felt when I realized that I went to a Temptations concert that wasn't the original Temptations and shit, but it was.
I can imagine.
Temptations.
It took me until about 2012 to realize the niggas touring as them weren't them. So yeah, I feel your pain because if I had bought tickets, I'd have been pissed too because I didn't know.
You know when it made me want to vomit? It was like 5 years later when I was actually in the band, and I was like, "So
wait a minute."
There was this whole moment where I was like, linking, like niggas getting fucked in hip hop and niggas getting fucked in rock and roll all together, and everything just came together. I'm like,
why does this
so? And I remember walking into my mom's room, was like, so there's niggas playing Temptations music.
When you realize how dirty record labels really were.
That's not the Temptations. Like, that's not the original Temptations that I just saw like a couple years ago, right? No. And I was like, so who was the fuck was that? So
the replacements.
And they had like the whole stories. There was like stories of who got replaced when who. And like my mom was breaking this shit down to me because she's like a real Motown, like OG.
This Motown shit for real.
And I was like, so they just robbed the niggas out of all their money and they're like who they were as a group.
That's pretty much what you did at the time. Yeah. And
she was like, nah, the Temptations is pretty much owned by Motown. This was a moment when I realized that my mom understood contracts and no one else understood the fact that they knew contracts too because they saw the Temptations get fucked in front of their very eyes and was like, at least we still get my girl.
Welcome to the entertainment business. Welcome to episode 185.
Wow.
Entertainment, baby. Welcome to media and entertainment and everything else. Especially back then, that's what it was.
Volatile Black Latino American. And I can literally say, like, when I found out that I ain't never felt so more raped in my life. Like I just felt like something was taken from me. Like, dude, what?
I feel like when you getting
we from Detroit,
3 pennies
Berry Gordy
per 1,000 records.
We know where he lives.
I mean, you know, what do you want? I mean,
and technically, me and Mr. Bidrick 93rd are from the North End.
How you doing?
He's from the Highland Park side.
Yeah, but not the Hamtramck side.
I'm sorry. The Highland Park side. HP. Shout out all day.
Yes, sir. Polar Bears.
Where Berry Gordy lives is pretty much on the other side, in between where me and this nigga's from.
Like along that, like you gotta pass Berry Gordy house to get to his house.
But you gotta go to, you gotta go to the other side of Woodward to get to it. You know, you gotta go to the east side of Woodward.
But I'm saying if you just drive straight to get to your house, technically you gotta pass his house from my house. Like if you just drive straight up Woodward, you gotta pass that.
South. That's going north to south though.
Yeah.
Like when we talking about going east to west.
Like, I guess if you're going that way, yeah.
Like our neighborhoods kind of meet like this, and then you say Berry Gordy shit kind of moves like, and that's how it goes.
He had a nice house too. Or had a nice, I don't know if he's still later. He had a nice house.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, Berry Gordy's still alive. He just got a fucking award like a couple months ago.
Are we still a whole house?
Moving on. 185. I still need a record deal, sir. Moving on. Episode 185.
Motown, you nasty as fuck.
Hey, they signed Vezo. They'll sign my. If they sign Vezo crazy ass, they'll sign my crazy ass.
He ain't got no number one album neither. Shout out to the D.
He got number one album in the streets. That's all that matters. No, he definitely does.
Sada Baby do.
No, the Baby does not have a number one album.
Sada Baby.
Sada Baby ain't released projects since 2019. Shut up.
Still fired.
Not more fired than what was the shit? The Mud Baby or whatever it was. Some shit about syrup or something. I don't know. Shout out to Vezo, man.
Damn, fuck everything. Griselda over everybody, nigga. What's good, nigga? Who are you?
You ain't even from New York, bitch. I'm the one and only.
It don't
Busy
even matter,
9.
nigga. Griselda, nigga.
Rest in peace, Blanco. I be's the one and only Busy 9-3. If you don't know, you won't know. And I'm back once again to tell you bitch, you motherfucking I be's the one and only can't go down. I got the paper planes on, but you know I had to switch it up for the crew. AKA the motherfucking Cricket Court Justice. Some call me the South Carolina toe sucker. I had to switch it up a little bit. I heard
you went to South Carolina,
nigga. I heard the white girls in South Carolina, the ass is a little more, you know. Anyway, motherfucking
they got dirtier feet though.
I'll lick that too. I don't give a fuck.
That's gross.
AKA motherfucking Captain Dr. Science. I'm putting that before the Tiki Torres Nazi Daughter Slayer because once again, I do not have my lab coat and I am still AKA the Tiki Torres Nazi Daughter Slayer. But Captain Dr. Science minus the lab coat with the paper planes hat, one mic in my ear. We ready to rock, bitch. I am me. I am he, and he am I. Yep.
I am not you. I am the one hailing from the home of bitch and tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealings, you sir.
That's
shout out to Sinaloa.
Hey.
To the death. A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, you dig? AKA Joe Banano, smoking Cohiba blunts at the Copacabana. Had to bring out the throwback on y'all motherfuckers, like T-Mac scoring like 13 points in like 10 seconds and shit on y'all dumbass niggas. AKA Tequila Papi, AKA Martin Quarantino. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you wear your mask and shit. You got that Delta out there. Shit. You know what I'm saying? AKA Joy Left Wrist. You know what I mean? The pod guide you already know. Praise me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you light your candles. You God damn it.
Get
you know what I'm saying? Energy
in the air.
Light your sage.
Get it in you.
Light your sage. Make sure your mind right. AKA Lil O. O's coming soon. AKA me and yo bitch saw Busy 93rd at Little Caesars Arena while he actually spat on you, and me and your grandmama and your granddaddy actually pointed and laughed at you while I knocked your grandmama slushy out her hand onto her white dress, and it what made her freezing cold. And guess what? Ain't no Tide pins nowhere around and shit. And your granddaddy having a heart attack. I'm so motherfucking sorry. But I don't give a fuck because I actually care that you're offended, but don't care. Because I'm Zay Mysterio, the Petronome, the Kush Crusader. And we are here, episode 185, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. What's up? We in this bitch. Fuck Kanye. What's up?
Oh, well, we know how you feel about the Larry Hoover concert. I like how you did that little throwback there. I hadn't thought about that one in a while. I have a faint memory of.
I kind of felt like there was like a Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton thing going up for a while, and I was DeAndre, but you wasn't putting it up no more. So I just had to go up there with a windmill and just
show him it was still there. Had to let him know we was still in the building.
It was still there, you know what I mean?
I feel it.
Yo, nigga, we still here. It's still sunny.
I feel it. I have a faint memory of
sunny in Philadelphia.
Myself regurgitating to some degree on a person I did not like in front of their grandparents and yourself. So I do appreciate your memory of that time that happened.
Beautiful time. Beautiful time. We laughed hard.
It was in the middle of a play. I don't know why we were in a play. I think Lin-Manuel fucking invited us or something. We spit on that nigga too. It was a whole thing.
Do we spit on Lin-Manuel? Like Lin-Manuel? Like, did we do that?
Yeah, we did.
Ah, shit.
We ain't spit on him. We ain't spit on him.
You spit on the that's disrespectful. That's what you would do. That's what you would do.
I spit on his shoe. I spit on the ground. Some of it got on his shoe, and I wasn't sorry about it. How about that?
How many niggas did we fight?
3 Mexicans.
I got that. It's all right.
Anyway.
Was good. Unfortunately, we are on Zoom today. We can all assume why and whose fault it is. Like every time we're on Zoom, it's George's fault, and he's gonna put up like some type of little thing around our heads, be like, no, it isn't, and we're gonna be like, yeah, it is, because you're Jorge. Yeah, so there we go. But we still here because we always deliver. You know what? God damn it. We like that plug that always say like, yeah, like we might be a little late, but we always get there early.
And then the actual nigga we selling it to was late. Yeah.
Yeah. You be like, damn, son, like
every fucking time.
You say you're gonna be like 30 minutes early, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm late, maybe. Shit. And they show up 45 minutes late, and it's like, nigga, I've been here for an hour.
You know this shit don't just sit in cars, right?
Like, I got somewhere I gotta be, my nigga. Like, oh shit, he was here, and like, yes, nigga, like I got shit to move. I got shit that I gotta do.
I mean, sometimes.
And for me, you know what I'm saying? Para me, it's all about delivering this audio dope to the listeners. Like, share, subscribe. God damn it.
Sometimes break deals go left, and you got to do what you got to do to make them right. So you end up, broadcasting the message you got to broadcast, how you got to broadcast it. It just come with the game. It's just another part of selling dope.
Yeah, damn right. So, let's get into insulting people that we actually care about in some way. And
we don't know these niggas.
In this moment, I'm just going to try and support or try and build some backbone to what lasting amount of Drake interview I might be able to attain.
Oh, that's never happening.
Kanye, and that's how I feel. OVO, what's good?
I didn't watch. You said what?
I don't play nothing but Take Care over at my house when I'm not driving. Because I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real.
I thought you would have said nothing was the same.
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't listen to no more fucking Drake while I'm driving, bro. Because I always have accidents while I'm like listening to Drake and driving.
Yeah, you can't Drake and drive,
nigga. Like 3 out of 3 times.
Never Drake and drive.
3 out of 3 times.
You should drink and drive before you drink.
Take Care, So Far Gone,
and never do all 3.
Matter of fact, yeah, 2 So Far Gones and Take Care. Like, have almost killed me on multiple occasions, but I'm still here. like I'm still here, y'all. It is always Drake music, but you know what? I'm still here. I still rock OBO.
That owl. I ain't watched the concert. I seen.
Oh my god! I thought you did. I was.
No, I ain't. No, bro. You heard about the night I had off air. That don't need to be spoken. But that's why I didn't watch it. That's why I didn't watch it. I saw it was going.
You were like the.
And I was like, what?
You decided not to watch it? No.
Nah, it was
I saw
bigger things going
on. Motherfucking Ezekielites. Like on massive motherfucking Ezekiel Twitter going like super Yeezy. Y'all niggas was like, this was the only motherfucking time that Swiss
I did see that
verses, and it was the greatest verses of all time, and Kanye won. And I'm like,
I did see those memes. Every meme I saw.
Fuck did Kanye win?
If I find it, I'm sending it to George to put up on the screen.
So
every meme was that.
So it made me really infuriated because I'm like, yo, now I actually gotta feel like I'm gonna watch this Larry Hoover concert to prove in my tweets. And I ain't tweeted for 2 weeks.
Nigga said in my tweets I gotta prove it.
And I ain't tweeted in 2 weeks about the breakdown of why the fuck Drake is better than Kanye. And then I thought to myself, oh, they ain't released that good Drake content because they ain't want them to be better than Kanye. And not only that, I do abide by the conspiracy theory that the great Pusha T was backstage and was like,
jump down.
we are not gonna have the light-skinned waffle king known as Aubrey go out here and have an incredible show. We are not gonna go out here and have this shit. Guess what? Virginia and Chicago run this bitch. Good music and no OVO. And that's what the fuck happened.
I feel like...
So I'm still rolling with OVO because I feel like they were sabotaged. And I feel like this was a forced-ass event. And I feel like both of them niggas are stupid as fuck standing next to motherfucking Jay Prince like he done really solved all them niggas' problems like he was Jesus. So, yeah, that's where I stand with it.
Okay, I'll give you that, but let's not get it twisted now. Drake and Kanye are definitely not really friends.
They not homies at all.
But
at all. Wait, hold up. Are we gonna acknowledge the fact that motherfucking look, Larry
Free Larry Hoover, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Facts. Free Larry Hoover.
All right. So to segment this, if you going to I guess cape in behalf of Crips and I cape in behalf of Bloods, Larry Hoover ain't getting out, bro. Like the time they gave him, he ain't getting out just off of a Drake and
I feel like GDs kind of fall on Crip's side. If you break it down, I feel like they fall
what I'm
on
saying
Crip's
that if we were talking about all out respect, if you're talking about if you're from Chicago, from the gang community or whatever the fuck, you affiliated, whatever.
I don't know.
If you acknowledge who Larry Hoover is, and you really know what Larry Hoover did, is a part of, or was a part of, or saw what he was a part of, fam, he ain't getting out.
The people old enough to see that aren't listening to this.
Yeah, but you're not getting that nigga out off of a benefit concert by Drake and Kanye. Ain't either, nigga. You not off a $10 million benefit
just like
concert,
just like you're not gonna get them off by going to the White House, but you know what you do, which is what celebrities seem to do, and that seems to be the job of celebrities to a degree, is you brought awareness. You use your platform to do that message, right?
We all knew that Larry Hoover was in that bitch.
No, we didn't. No, we all did not. Because everybody didn't give a fuck about street shit. Everybody wasn't interested in what the fuck GDs was doing, Crip niggas was doing. Yeah, if you, just like you said, if you knew that, you knew of it. If you spent your fucking teenage years engulfed in comic books, you don't know who the fuck Larry Hoover is.
Give a fuck about Larry Hoover.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You don't know who that is. If you spend your time listening to Goku for 10 years, during that time that you might have spent that listening to Big Meech or the lessons of, you don't know who the fuck Larry Hoover is, nigga. Or you did both. But then even to that, then you know, but then there's a lot of niggas that don't know. It's not like everybody knows.
Fuck, think about Midwest, so we know more than what we should know. Like,
think about when Kanye went into the office with Trump. When he walked in that Oval Office with Trump, you think you right?
Tim should have went up and
You right.
Could have got it done.
But that's not my point. My point is, all the people that support Trump probably don't know or give a fuck who the fuck Larry Hoover was, or what he could have been or did. Most of those people, prior to talking to Trump, didn't know or give a fuck. But you know what happened? He put that concert together with Drake. They did that. And all of them people that watched him do that shit with Trump, whether they support Trump or not, still watch that shit. And now they Larry Hoover in their mind, nah. They didn't heard Donda. They heard his son talking.
Nigga.
They did. They heard that. That was there.
Trump heard it out the first time when that was his, him and Kanye was homies. So
I'm talking about the Larry Hoover part. Fuck them being homies.
But what I'm saying is, if you are homies with the motherfucker who is trying to give you yo, we should free Larry Hoover. He been in that bitch too long.
Trump ain't put him in there.
He didn't. And I'm sure that's what his motherfucking Republican ass looked at it like, nigga, I didn't put him there, and why should I care?
And seeing as he freed Kodak Black, I don't see how Larry Hoover wasn't on the list, nigga.
Larry Hoover didn't do what Kodak did.
Yeah, Larry Hoover did a lot worse, apparently.
Yeah, and this is not no
big air quotes.
Yeah, and this is alleged, and this is not no
on both
sides or on whose affiliation is who, whatever shit. When they get you on still running your conspiracy on the inside, we know what that is.
Okay, that was 30 years ago.
Nigga, they got you.
Yeah, they already had me 30 years ago, and I was still calling shots because I was still that nigga.
On already,
and then and then 30 years went by, and I was like,
life bid that you already
I'm good.
They added life bids to the life bid as you already had, and it's like,
well, no, see, that's the thing with Larry too. He never had a life bid.
Tukey shit was different than like Tukey. All right, I'm with it.
I don't know Tukey's whole shit, so I don't even want to bring that up.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, rest in peace. But I don't even know like the whole shit to that. So I don't even want to speak on that. There was a real
rehabilitation, I guess, to it. And like I really had to look up and like Google today because I was like, all right, based on just the way I feel about street shit and how we've been done dirty as a culture and a people in this country. Yeah, free Larry Hoover. But I was like, all right, there has to be some type of, in my head, there has to be like a white soap.
Almost. What you mean? Like a whitewash, you mean?
Yeah, like almost like a whitewash, but a white soap, where it's like there has to be something that you've done to try and clean off or scrub off some of the
good behavior in prison for 30 fucking years. That's supposed to get you out under certain circumstances. All this nigga did was sell bricks and get niggas killed that was impeding him selling the bricks. Fuck. It's the drug game, nigga.
But I'm just saying, like you, like look, fam.
Allegedly.
If I was him and I did that same shit, it's like, all right, I'm here. Like I understand why I'm in this bitch. Like I understand why I'm in this. I don't want to be in this bitch, but I understand based off what's being, you know what I'm saying, what I'm guilty on, either if I appeal or not. I understand they nailing me based on this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still involved. I just got caught in it, even though I thought I was trying to be slick. Whether I want to cop to it or no, that's something different. But
regardless to what he got attached to his sentence, whatever he did during his sentence, the thing now is what he's done over 40 years for things that he may or may not be fully guilty of.
But he would have already been out. If we want to be real, God damn it, I hate y'all to be in this nigga. Like, he would have already been out if he wouldn't have gotten caught up for that shit in 95.
I don't think that's true. I think it would have been true. I just don't think that's true.
Because you wouldn't have had nothing, like, pending on him. Like, you would have had him for the shit that he did in 73.
Mm-hmm.
For that murder charge he did in 73. You would have had him for that.
Mm-hmm.
But if there
wasn't it a bunch of other conspiracy charges too, some shit.
Yeah, but that was in coercion with the shit that he got caught up for in I think 95. From what I read, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we not Larry Hoover experts. But,
yeah, but what I'm saying, like, what I read up on today, because like I'm gonna smoke a lot of reinvestment drink. So like later on in the 90s, there was a certain point in time where the same shit again happened. So he had to get into that point of whether having to fight the shit. That's not great. So you at where you at. You got to do this X amount of time. You got caught up for X amount of time. Any conspiracy charge ain't sexy in the federal government. So you just caught one of them now.
You already got me though. See, that's the problem I got with it and why I think it's unfair. I think a lot of
You
niggas
got me
think it's
on a
unfair.
murder rap,
But you already got me. I'm already in your prison. I'm already here.
But what the fuck you think gonna happen to R. Kelly? What the fuck you think gonna happen to Robert?
That is
Kelly?
not the same thing. That is so far from the same thing. That is not the same thing.
Sound quality gonna get kind of shitty because my iPad's dying. Anyway, it's George's fault.
But yeah, that is not the same thing at all.
It's the exact same fucking thing.
R. Kelly and Larry Hoover.
Check me out. Check me out now. So
that's the comparison I would make.
It sounds wild, but it's not as wild as you would think. What Larry
Just explain.
Is like, check me out though. With Larry, the real extent of really why I think this is just me, and this is not me being a legal expert, but being a hood paralegal.
Every hood nigga.
Yeah,
we all paralegals.
The reason why this nigga's in the position that he's in is because he got caught up for that, found guilty on that conviction in the 90s. If he would just, all right, you didn't major, like, because by that point, I think he got convicted in like 73, and then he got reconvicted for pretty much a RICO case in 95. You pretty much did 21 years, 22 years for the murder rap. So you almost could have got out. Like, you almost did your time
out. In the 90s. You think they letting Larry Hoover out?
On a first time
RICO charge or not, conspiracy charge or not, alleged, all that shit alleged. That shit doesn't exist. And he does that 22, 25 years. You think they letting him out on parole?
He did his time to society. You got to let him
out. It's plenty of niggas still in jail that did their time and was supposed to get paroled at a certain point and it's still in there. There's plenty of niggas like that.
Because motherfuckers hear 22 life and think that it's like there's not the to life that's connected to that. It's not a 20 flat.
Even if you can get 30. You can have a solid 30 and still do 40 because they said they was gonna parole you at 25 and didn't. And maybe you got in a fight and they was like, oh, another 5 years.
Yeah.
What?
they'll tell you when that bitch is long as motherfucking the he's fit. But what I'm saying is for that situation, because of and this is all fair, we had a long conversation about the functionalities of the Mexican cartel from what I know as far as history and from experience. And if we talk about Hoover, all right, you had this moment of time where you was on top. You're doing this murder bid or whatever. They caught you. Now, the one thing that I can tell from FBI, DEA, local police, state police, is when a case is closed, for real, when they feel a case is closed, not when whoever gets locked up last is thrown into the pen, but when they feel a case is closed, for real, is when the person that they locked up, what they was affecting or what they were doing changes in some way.
Right.
So if you lock up the plug that was pushing all the really good dope, the pure keys for the low, you know you got the guy when the prices of bricks go up on the street because one plug is closed. And what you got is what you got. And you can upsurge on per pack. So something changes in the economy and within the market for said product. Larry Hoover's game really didn't change. they knew that something was up.
Didn't have time to change it.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, the GDs and all the motherfuckers was way too united and moving too much dope in Chicago for motherfuckers not to be able to like, all right, even though we got this nigga, something's happening.
Yeah.
They put together their case. They did what they had to do. Whoop, whoop, and wop. They made it. Now, when I seen the 6 federal life sentences or some shit like that I seen on the internet, I'm like, wow, that's obsessive. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm already against that anyway, because I'm just like, nigga, you're not gonna be allowed to serve out your whole sentence. You might as well say you're never gonna live in this bitch. Like, you might as well say that. Like, don't insult me by telling me like, oh, you got me. I'm sentencing you to 150 years. Nigga, suck my dick.
I've always thought that meant like, you know, like in case you were reincarnated.
That's that reason where motherfucking like, if I ain't got nothing to lose and I'm here in a fucking yellow orange jumpsuit and you like, Mr. Ortega, I'm sentencing you to 150 years to life behind bars. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck who you thought you was, fuck your fucking robe, fuck that gray hair.
Get on that Riley shit.
Fuck your Lyme disease, fuck your bailiff, fuck that bitch over there that's typing on a fucking computer that ain't a computer. Like, fuck that nigga that's back there that's like looking there like he got a gun.
My money green and my Lambo blue, fuck, nigga.
My president is black, my Lambo is blue.
That's what it was, fuck yeah.
Like I'm on that type of energy. If you trying to tell me like, yo, I got 150 years, fuck you. Huh?
I mean, you can say all of that, but you still got 150 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
I mean, like you still got 150 years. It don't matter if you say all of that.
The average fucking human being doesn't even live that long. So what the fuck?
That's the point.
So what kind of fucking hard on are you getting right now by you telling me I got 150 years? I mean, especially if I'm looking at you like here, Larry Hoover, who is in his early 70s now. He got like convicted of the last rap like 20 years ago. Like
that's the thing. It's like even if you do that,
so he was in his 50s at that point in time. What the fuck are you gonna hit me with more life sentences for gonna do for me? I'm already in this bitch.
The nigga has literally served out. What? Probably he's served the best years of his life in jail.
All of his years life in jail, nigga.
Well, no, not all of them. Because when he was out, he made an impact. But
I'm saying pretty much if he lives past 80 and shit and is still in the pen, he done lived more than probably half of his life in the penitentiary.
I think you could say that now. He went in when he was like 20 or 30. He's 70. He already did it more than half your life.
Like 70?
I think
27 or like 30 or some shit.
I think he was in his 20s or 30s.
I thought he was in his 40s. Well, anyway, like I said, I didn't do too much
research. Either way, it's close enough. Shit.
Like, and shit, but I'm like, I just think that shit is preposterous, yo. Like,
so, like I said, I mean, safe to say Drake and Kanye not friends, but does it help?
Here's my gig though, and this is where it's kind of like a gray area line. I don't know if I'm trying to draw it or not. I really don't care if you move it like this would be me. If I was in a judge situation and I had to carry out a sentence, I really probably wouldn't give a fuck if you were moving narcotics, like if you were drug trafficking. I probably won't hit you with a real sentence, but I'm not gonna give you the major shit unless you made a body or like there's been bodies that's been acclimated to you within the case. Like you were moving X amount of dope, you didn't kill 10, 15 bodies. All right, you and your enterprise go straight into murder and bodies being deceased.
I feel like that's the type of shit. That's why niggas like us aren't judges.
In the case of Hoover, it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you moving dope, nigga, but y'all moving dope and murdering niggas. When you
gotta do something about that.
Like any organization, I don't give a fuck what type of criminality you in. They're gonna be like, yo, as soon as you start fucking making bodies, that's when shit get lit.
That is usually when niggas start attracting.
Because the people's around you gonna look at you or look at a law enforcement and say, like, yo, people are dying. I can't go to the bank. I can't go get my kids something from McDonald's. I can't go to the mall without niggas acting a fucking nut. What's up?
I don't think that was the case then, but at the same time, and regardless of whatever the quote unquote alleged soldiers may have been doing, does Drake and Kanye doing a fucking concert really help that? Like you said, I don't know. I don't think it does as much as I think it does, because I think the shit kind of it's them using that platform, I guess, doing that, using that idea of that for the right thing. But at the same time, like you said, the way most judges, the way most niggas that are in control of that sort of thing are gonna look at it is gonna be like, yeah, I mean, he's been in jail most of his life, but look at what he did. It's like, yeah, but nigga, he's been in jail most of his fucking life. Like, come on.
At the end of it all, like I said, it ain't gonna matter how much dope you. It ain't gonna matter because, like,
we know niggas that you can sell 10 bricks and get a life sentence in certain states, nigga. Shit.
Or are you like, yo,
brick, fuck 10.
Yo, if I can say, if you was on trial and I'm like, yo, Bishop 93rd son moved 100 keys of coke and heroin through, or I won't say that. Let's up it. 100 tons of coke and
like
heroin.
100 keys is enough, but okay.
Like, let's up it. Let's make you somebody. 100 keys and like 100 keys of heroin and cocaine into the United States. 100 tons.
Big Sosa shit.
But and they can say, like, you know what, we're gonna give you a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 30 years.
I'm Chapo. I'm breaking out.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I understand that too. Like, but we understand, like, all right, you got a 30-year bid. You could be 30 years and out. And the only reason you can be 30 years and out without getting a death sentence is because there was no shot fired when they found you and arrested you. And you ain't implicated in no murders. They can't tie you to any murder, even if you commission one or multiple. They can't they can't tie you to any of those. So you can, like, all right, nigga, if I really wanted to sit
down, I'm John Gotti.
So yeah, so if I really wanted,
not John Gotti, Al Capone.
Both.
You got to get me on Texas. You can't even count the murders. That's too many. You got to get me on Texas and just keep me there.
They can get you on the drugs, but drug trafficking, but they're not getting you on anything else. You can get out in like 25, 30. Good behavior, no one give a fuck. Once you start making bodies and shit, like, because here we go. If we saying drug trafficking alone, they was gonna try and give you a life sentence, and they did. And then they say, like, oh shit, we got you connected to a body that we found you guilty on. That's one body. That's two bodies. Both bodies carry a life sentence, along with the motherfucking life sentence that you already have for drug trafficking. That's a 75 bid right there. You did what you did because, you know what I'm saying? And it's like not taking nothing away from it and not saying that it's wrong or whatever the circumstances was wrong. I might even sympathize in most situations. But in a court of law, they gonna look at it like, nah, nigga, you made bodies. You weren't non-violent. The more non-violent you are, the more leeway you can get in this country. Especially if you snitching, which I do not condone in any type of way. But when you that nigga and you make bodies, and you make bodies on top of or in an organization inside a prison. When you get caught up if you are the nigga that's caught up in an indictment in a RICO, and you already in prison, that's fucked up. They not coming at you softly. So I'm saying Larry Hoover should be free. That's what I'm saying. Larry Hoover should be free. But the people that put him in place there ain't gonna let him out. I don't give a fuck what you do. You could bring Michael Jackson back from the dead. They are not going to let him back out.
I think it depends. But at the same time, all I really care about is that meme that I saw, which is
fuck Kanye.
Did Ye carry the concert? Did he? I didn't watch it, but I saw the track list, I saw the clips, and it looked like Kanye was kind of killing shit. I'm just saying. I don't know. I saw the memes, I saw the gifs, I saw clips.
Sabotaged everything because he had all the
He was like Sting in the rafters. We already know that.
He had all the day one dads hired from every company that was working. Like
nigga had every single dad on earth in the front row.
I'm gonna keep it the beat. He had every dad that was working that night. That was dads from day one, daddies that wasn't the baby daddy but was still playing daddy. Niggas that was like really
stepdaddies.
Stepdaddies. Niggas that were trying to keep up on their child support, that love their kids, but their baby mama's a bitch, so they were still trying to make their money so they can get their grind on. Like, yeah, everybody in that bitch working that night to just specifically destroy Aubrey's set. And I think that shit was terrible. Because I think, and I will sit and die by this, Aubrey can take and beat Kanye West in a versus. A real versus.
I think the internet is against you on that one, buddy.
I don't give a fuck what the internet.
I gotta go watch the set myself. I got Amazon. I gotta go watch the shit myself so I can get my own full opinion on it. But
I got Amazon.
From what I saw, it looked like Ye had that.
James Bond movie. I don't give a fuck about no Kanye.
That's Kanye and Drake.
You know what? You know how I can?
Oh, my bad.
I can honor Aubrey by listening to Nothing Was the Same, and if you're reading This Is Too Late 2 times in a row while I'm cleaning the house like normal niggas do.
Well, since you're such an Aubrey fan, how you feel about Aubrey pulling his Grammy submissions? I thought that was quite interesting.
Fuck the Grammys. I think fuck the Grammys is fuck the Grammys. But,
I think that was the point of him pulling it.
Yeah. But I also have a real thing of thinking too. I think it's a slight shade move.
To the Grammys, yeah.
No, I'm saying for to Kanye because this.
Why?
And this is the move, like, because I felt like in the category.
You think he's pulling a Grammy submission for Kanye? A Grammy submission?
No, I think if he wins, if Kanye wins the Grammys,
he's not. J. Cole is. Since Drake pulled his shit, J. Cole's gonna win.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Because my first, because I didn't listen to Donda at all. I don't plan on listening to Donda. I'm letting the whole hip hop community know right now, Jose Ortega, the one that listens to all real hip hop shit, will refuse in every single way. And this is today. What is the date? What is the date right now?
December something.
Saturday, December 11th, 2021. Until the day that you see this shit, from whenever it is, I will refuse to listen to any Kanye West music for any reason whatsoever.
You didn't even listen to Donda.
My shit ever since Ye came out. I am that real nook when I say I don't fuck with you. So, with that being said, I won't ever hear Donda. But that was always third or maybe fourth on my list, and only the reason why is because of what the numbers that it did and the hype that it created. I don't think that fucking Certified Lover Boy was Drake's best project. By no means. I thought it was gonna whoop Donda's ass, but I didn't think it was no way better than fucking Off Season. No way whatsoever as far as a hip-hop project. So therefore, I feel like Drake pulled his shit to say, like, all right, we can have our little beef. We had our little tit for tat as far as who's gonna release who, like how many albums in the month.
He did it after the J Prince reconciliation. He did it after that, prior to the concert, but after the reconciliation.
I clearly,
AKA the Kanye hostage situation.
In streaming record sales, which I knew I was already gonna do if I'm Aubrey. If you really think that you really that nigga, I'll go. Fuck if Jay Prince is involved. If I'm Drake.
If you Drake, you do give a fuck. If you're Drake, you do give a fuck if Jay Prince is involved.
Fuck.
You do.
This is the most Drake way to do it. Because
this isn't happening without Jay Prince.
But what I'm saying, this is the most Drake way to do it. You not gonna force nothing. You know you one of the biggest stars on the planet.
Both of you. Both of y'all are.
Walk away and see what happens. If Certified Lover Boy is pulled from it's pulled from that. If Way Too Sexy is pulled from its pulled from its category.
Well, when he said he was leaving all of them.
Something else wins that isn't Kanye. Doesn't that prove everything? Doesn't that prove like you? Because the Grammys is moving on without.
I don't think so.
Without adding an extra nomination, where in usual years, if someone withdrew their nomination, whoever with the next man up would take that nomination slot. This year, they're not letting that happen.
That's involving, I think, your theory with the problems of the Grammys. The problems, like the Grammys, just they switch the rules on a whim. They don't give a fuck. They'll switch the rules the night before. Whereas I feel like if Drake pulled it because he had a problem with that, that's separate from that shit. Even if that shit might have had something to do with it, I feel like if Kanye felt like that's what he was doing, Kanye would pull his shit too. Just because you not gonna outplay me, nigga, fuck you. You ain't gonna have your shit in the running, neither am I. And if you pulled it because of me, fuck you and fuck you. I still had the better album, nigga. That's Kanye.
He don't.
But that's what he would say.
Yeah, but
that's how he would feel. That's what he would say.
The other albums in the category, and you, I'm sorry, but without me listening to Donda, you don't.
I've heard most of Donda. I've heard most of CLB, and it's 50-50. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, it's 50-50. Donda isn't bad. CLB isn't bad, but CLB isn't what I want from Drake, just like Donda isn't what I want from Kanye. So it's like
I really enjoyed that. I think what I got from CLB is what I wanted from Scorpion, even though Scorpion wasn't bad.
Okay, I'll say that.
It was what I wanted from it.
CLB is a more polished Scorpion.
It was like, I know what I'm doing now, and I know what I'm going against. Instead of I'm going to do,
I think he knew that then.
And then it's then sabotaged because this nigga that I think that is my man's ain't.
I don't think that was the focus of that, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it wasn't it was all about like, all right, nigga, I got my album release date. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I plan on doing. And you and your man's Pusha T come in and just like sabotage my whole shit, like out my kid when I wasn't ready for the world to understand that I had a kid, or whether we would have known or not, whatever the fuck. Like, you and your people did this shit on purpose. Why would I trust you? Why would I fuck with you? Yeah, Jay Prince is my man. Jay Prince been there from day one. Jay Prince is your man.
I think that's why Drake would be like, well, if he orchestrated it, okay. If Kanye calls Drake and says, hey, bro, let's do this. Let's just put all our problems. Fuck you. No. If Jay Prince calls you and says, hey, Kanye said he willing to I feel like that's two different conversations.
What's crazy is today, and maybe you respect to Jay Prince. Jay Prince holding down Houston like a fucking Mexican drug lord, which shout out to him.
Shout out to Rap a Lot.
I really don't.
Niggas be rapping a lot.
Nah, they really don't.
I ain't mean niggas in general. I was kind of referring to myself with that, but whatever.
Like, outside of the affiliations that Jay Prince has, Jay Prince Sr. has, Rap a Lot ain't doing shit today.
Like I said, I wasn't bringing that up because of that.
And I don't think they have the roster for it.
That's not nobody. When Jay Prince,
and they don't have the greatest roster.
When Jay Prince enters the conversation, when he enters the chat, my nigga, nobody's talking about Rap a Lot. Niggas is like, oh, what you say? Oh, you said you want me to do what? Oh, okay, cool. That's what that is. Nobody's talking about Rap a Lot unless somebody brings it up. I only brought that up because I said, it's Rap a Lot, it's Houston, and I said niggas Rap a Lot. I was kind of talking about myself, but at the same time, it's not like the record label was little when it was popping. And even with it being what it was when it popped and when it was what it was, like I said, Jay Prince is not entering no chat theoretically or metaphorically today where he enters the chat and niggas like, nigga, you ain't had a record since. Ain't nobody saying that to that nigga.
Ain't nobody saying that to him, but
ain't nobody even think who's thinking that gives a fuck about that knows hip hop and knows this shit.
So it's kind of like
most niggas that paying attention to Drake and Kanye beef don't even know who the fuck Jay Prince is.
Like most motherfuckers are looking like, who the fuck is Jay Prince and why does he even matter?
Exactly.
And it's like we know, but it's still what it is. It's like, all right, y'all niggas is beat out. Y'all don't like each other. Y'all have people within y'all crews that don't like each other. Wayne don't like Pusha T. Pusha T don't like Wayne. Drake don't like Pusha T. Pusha T don't like Drake. Drake don't like Kanye. Kanye is like, I don't know why these niggas don't like me. Like, it's a whole thing. It's really a whole thing. Guess what? And this is a part about having a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, a big motherfucking grande set of huevos. I don't give a fuck about what anybody feels or thinks about me. I don't care. I do not care. I'm going to walk around with my big ass set of nuts and just mosey on through my day.
All right. So if you Kanye,
who has a vagina?
Maybe, but I heard those are pretty durable too. I don't know.
It's doctor made. It's not the same.
Anyway, moving on from them niggas, bro. What's the name? What you think about Ross motherfucking changing the fucking album cover? I kind of feel a way about that. I don't know why. I don't even know why I feel a way about that, but I kind of feel a way about that.
I kind of saw that coming because of how many people shitted on it, but I felt like
he looked like your aunt's favorite choir director, my nigga.
Yeah, but the premise, what he was trying to get to, I think he finally made it to. It was just, I kind of felt like he saw the first picture in the edit room and was like, yo, that's
fire.
Yeah, that's the joint we rolling with.
And then saw it as an album cover and was like,
yeah,
I don't know about that. and then saw the reaction to everybody else. It was like, yeah, let's change that.
My thing was like, why you got the granny gloves on, my nigga? What's up with that?
Like I said, he looked like your auntie's favorite choir director.
Yeah,
I hate to say it about Ross, but he looked like the gay nigga that's the plug that teaching all the fat bitches how to sing on key, but he also got the good weed. Everybody know that person at their church.
He also got the good weed.
Everybody know that person at their church. Your grandma know who I'm talking about.
Anyway, I'm with the new cover. I haven't listened to the album yet. I plan on listening to it tomorrow and really sitting with it through this week.
Like I said, I heard it by accident. It's pretty good.
I saw the track list, and I don't think that Benny is not Benny. Rick Ross is not delivering. He has a Benny feature, I think, on the album.
Mm-hmm.
And plus many more that I confidently feel like he gonna make great songs with. Plus, I feel like he's the king of a certain genre and lane.
You know what stood out to me?
I expect a great Ross album every time. So that's just me.
You know, it's not. What was it? I think my favorite Ross album overall is Rather You Than Me. But this one.
Not as deep in rap, but I feel it.
This one is like, I think it's like 45 minutes.
46.
Whatever. It's what I wanted, but at the same time, it's like I feel like the nigga is what am I trying to say? I feel like he's trying to like do the I feel like he's kind of overdone the luxury gangster rap thing.
That's what he do.
But I feel like he's overdone it. Like I feel like he's done it so like I know, and he's like the best one that does it. Sounds the best doing it, looks the best doing it. But
that's what he do. No one can do what he do.
But listen, if you listen to certain tracks on that album, like there's one called The Pulitzer. That's a little more raw than Luxury. A standout verse on that album to me, from what I heard, was Wale. I don't listen to a lot of Wale these days. Not because I don't fuck with Wale. I like Wale. I just don't run to a Wale project. Boy, verse was crazy. The song, But you listen to other Ross, like if that's the thing that always throws me off about Ross, like the verses will be nasty, but the hook, he'll play with you. And I appreciate it on some writing shit. As a fan, it's kind of annoying.
Oh, you trash.
One of the records called what? Richer Than I Ever Been. The title track, that song, the title track, it's like the second before the last song on the album.
That one got John Legend on it?
No, it's just Ross.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's just Ross. Called Richer Than I Ever Been. It's just Ross.
Legend. Somebody called John.
I don't think John's on the album. No.
Somebody called John.
No, John. No, The Dream's on the album. John's not even on the album.
Somebody called John.
But Richer Than I Ever Been, the title track, the hook is just that. It's the title track. But the verse is crazy. But he'll drive you crazy with the hook. And I know he's doing it on purpose. But it's almost like, all right, come on, man. As a fan, as like writing it, I get it. Just listening. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's not my review. That's just me saying, like, I'm getting, even on features, the luxury thing is just like,
I love that shit.
Maybe I'm tired of it. I don't know.
You trash.
I'm not trash. I just think I've been listening to
Juicy. You just a trash and Juicy for saying that.
Juicy who? Jay? How is Juicy J trash?
No, Juicy Smollett.
Oh, that Juicy. No. That's not even the same level. That's like you trying to compare R. Kelly to fucking Tupac, nigga, no, or whatever you try to compare to.
Dare.
No. That's what you just tried to do, whoever it was.
What you want?
Oh no, it was R. Kelly to who? Whoever it was some weird shit you said. Anyway, nigga, no, it's not the same thing.
Like, look,
Rick Ross has overdone the luxury rap. He's overdone it. I still like it. I want to hear it every now and again.
That's his thing. That's his thing. But
it's like hearing Gucci talk about cocaine. You get tired of it after a while.
I've been tired of it for 12 years.
So you get my point. I'm just now getting to that point with Ross. That same energy you just had talking about Gucci, that's what I'm talking about with Ross.
I ain't said in like 15 episodes, but goddamn it, you released now. Shut the fuck up. How you feel about Juice?
I mean, we all knew that was gonna happen, right?
Did we know?
I mean, what did he get convicted of actually? I heard it was like 5 felonies, like
5 felony counts of shit.
Lying to niggas, being a bitch ass nigga, being a bad liar. What else?
Like
2 of them was definitely being a bad liar. That's got to be a charge because that was a terrible lie, nigga.
He really got hit up with some shit, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, they're gonna rape him in there."
I saw the two niggas he hired testifying against him. I'm like, "Oh, this shit is over. This shit is done." This boy is getting guilty. He's guilty, even if he didn't want to be. He is. And I'm sure he didn't want to be.
Yeah, but they went with that shit. Where the fuck that shit is? Damn. Yeah. Oh my god, where the fuck is this shit?
It was just 5 counts of what the fuck.
Yeah.
And why the fuck? And who the fuck did you think you were, nigga?
Man,
this nigga ain't gonna work till 2035. Nigga, I promise you.
He's never gonna work. I'm surprised, like, God damn, like, so many people hate Jussie Smollett. Like, I was just trying to look up for some facts, and there also with hate tweets. Like, God,
nigga, dang. If your name start with Juicy or end with Smollett, it's over.
Oh, like that shit was nasty.
Shout out to Dave.
I saw like tweets just like back to back about how he a bitch ass nigga for trying to fucking hate crime queers. I'm like, oh my god, like
he gay. That's the wild part. The gays is mad at him, and he gay.
And the gays,
you get the gays mad at you, and you gay.
They don't fuck with you, my nigga. Like, oh my god,
Jesus Christ, like, that's wild shit.
And they don't fuck with you. 5 felony counts of disorderly conduct.
All of them were disorderly conduct. That's it.
Yep. All of them holding a maximum sentence. A sentence from 3 to 5 years per count. So even if
they ain't giving that nigga 25.
Nah, they're gonna give him probably about a 5 bit. Probably. He gonna get about a 5.
He gonna do 2 or 3 and get out.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 3 was good. So I like
that nigga ain't gonna work no time soon. That's for sure. I hate to say it, fellow creative, but nigga, he's a terrible liar.
Fuck what he was gonna do. Fuck what he was gonna do. What he was trying to do. Whether he was releasing his album or anything like that. In a situation where he was in, as far as family, I felt bad for his sister, who I'm glad she was able to rise from the bullshit that was her brother's fucking hoax and bullshit. Who is she? Journey Smollett.
Who was that? What is she in?
Riders. Seen Freedom Riders.
Freedom Riders?
Not Freedom Riders.
Never heard of that.
The Great Debate. The Great Debate.
Who is she in that?
Dude that played.
Talking about with Denzel?
Yeah.
Who was she in that?
The light skinned chick. that was on the team, the debate team that Forrest Whitaker's son fell in love with, but she was in she was in love with Nat Turner.
That's his sister?
Yeah.
I saw that movie one time. I never would have put that together. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Journey Smollett is his sister.
I saw that movie one time. I didn't know that.
I'm about to say, did you see Birds of Prey?
No.
Damn, that was really good.
The Harley Quinn shit?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't see it.
That's
one you thought I would have saw, right? Like I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was say like she played Black Canary. But
watch it. I ain't seen it.
Yeah, like if for our listeners that do or have seen those movies or know who Journey Smollett is, like yeah, she been out here. I was really worried about her career because I'm just like she already had made something of a career for herself. Like she was the Kobe Bryant of her family as far as like the talent shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, damn, my brother fucks this whole shit up. This shit might fuck my shit up. And it's like, I didn't want that to fuck her shit up because she ain't had nothing to do with the shit. Because I'm just like, that happens so much in Hollywood and politics where it's like one person does this and it fucks up everything else. And it's like, nigga, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, we have the same name, but that shit ain't have nothing to do with me, nigga. So therefore, like, I like, and since she's been in like Lovecraft Country, Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I see it now. I'm looking at she was in Roll Bounce.
Yeah, like, Charlie from Roll Bounce. Yeah, she was in Roll Bounce. Like, she's gonna be.
I didn't know that was her.
Yeah.
Yo, I have had her and Jordan Sparks mixed up for like 10 years.
Nigga, you nasty.
No, because think about it. Jordan Sparks is like the thick version of her.
I could see that. But you know, like,
see,
like what I wanted to see from her specifically was like, all right, I want to see how you come out of this whole the bullshit with your brother, because I don't want to see you fail because of this stupid ass nigga. Because I seen you put your work in. You know what I mean? Like I seen you put your work in to get where you at. So wherever you at, I don't want to see that nigga fuck that nigga up. They're like, fuck this shit up, especially for the stupid ass show like Empire. Like the fuck, like that shit would blow my mind. That would be if I was her and my whole career really crumbled because of my brother, I'd kill you.
Tyler Perry would never.
I put in the work and you fucked this whole shit up because you wanted to pull a MAGA hoax. Come on.
This speaks. This is my Hollywood conspiracy, and I'm sticking to it. This speaks to the what is it? The lack of competence of a Lee Daniels production. Tyler Perry would never.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
This is be the only moment we're gonna agree between Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry. Like,
I'm just saying.
Lee Daniels would be fucking.
Tyler would never.
He would never.
He would shoot Alex Cross too before he let that shit happen.
For this bullshit, he would never. You know, look what type of slave whip he got motherfucking BT under now. Look at him. Like he out here going crazy.
Hey.
Shout out to him. But yeah, like, I was always really
boy don't own the studio for nothing.
and the fact that she didn't came up, like I think she like Golden Globe nominated and shit for her role in Lovecraft Country and shit. I haven't watched it and shit. That's on my watch list on HBO Max.
I keep falling asleep on the first episode. I've tried to watch it 4 times. It is utterly boring as fuck.
It is one of those shows I already know that I have to watch through at least a couple episodes to figure out what the plot is, because
I haven't been able to. I keep falling asleep.
The preview for it looks way too weird to explain it.
Yeah, they kind of knocked that out in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, but it's like in my head, I'm like, it's too weird for it to explain to me what I wanted to explain to me in 60 minutes. So it's like I gotta probably get like 3 or 4 like episodes into it to understand what's going on. And the one film academy, at least as far as shows and shit, that I still hold to some water is the Golden Globes. I don't think the Oscars is shit no more. Like,
why do you think any of them are worth a damn?
Because it's a better recommendation, I think. Because if it wins, it's more than likely not bad for real. Still, like,
you can say that about most things that win for any award show. They're not bad.
At one point in time, Oscars. I'm talking about as far as films. Oscars at one point in time, it was like a combination of story. It was like this little prime in the like mid 2000s where there was like how well a movie was written, what it looked like, and how it was directed determined how well the movie was. It didn't matter what the fuck it was, because in the end, if you incorporated those 3 things together, there was enough entertainment to where you could look at this movie and be like, all right, I'm entertained. It may be one of those movies that's like an independent.
It's a pretty low threshold, though, isn't it?
Or it may be a little intricate or whatever, but it's so entertaining. And within those 3, you know what I'm saying, with at least one of those 3 rounds, that you can still enjoy the movie.
That's a pretty low bar, though, right?
It's not really low. It's not hard to do. But
no, I'm saying as the watcher, not as the creator, as the consumer. It's a pretty fucking low bar, isn't it, for entertainment? Hey, just entertain me. I could watch a kid fucking fall and be entertained. Like,
but see, like, that's why you're a simpleton to the shit. It's like, I'm in the car.
No, if you watch the right person or child fall, you'd probably laugh too. That most people like watching people fall. It's funny.
Entertainment from it? No, I'm just laughing.
No, I didn't say. I said entertainment, not movie entertainment. If the bar is entertainment, and we're saying just entertainment.
A broken clock is wrong. Like, is right twice a day. Like, nigga, you can have a good funny moment in your movie be trash. So it's like that.
You could have no funny moments and your movie be great.
But it's like there was like a certain balance with it. There was, like, you had Blood Diamond. You had
Blood Diamond wasn't that great to me either.
You had The Departed. You had Gangs in New York. You had A History of Violence. You had The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. You had Valkyrie.
That wasn't that great.
You had Revolutionary Road. You had There Will Be Blood, which I didn't think was really good at all. But like, you had these certain movies in a prime to where it's like you could understand the vote or the like to it based on what was really happening if you saw it. And whether you liked it or whether you didn't, more times than or the performance anyway, or from said person or stories, it was a certain point of entertainment within. Now, when I look at the Oscars and shit, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is nominated, because it's a bunch of independent shit that nobody's ever seen. Like, nobody.
No, the people that vote on this shit have seen it. That's the problem. They're the only ones that have seen it.
It might as well be the Tribeca Film Festival.
It basically is. That's every award show.
To these film festivals and see these fucking independent films. Everybody doesn't do that.
Think about it. You ever get a DVD like recently in the last 10 years? You ever buy a DVD and it says something film festival award winner on the cover? Try whatever it is. Yeah. That's the selling point, is this one at a festival, whether it's Oscar nominated or not. And usually it has to win at one of those festivals in order for it to even be considered in a fucking Oscar conversation. So just like the Grammys. But no, it's not. Because the Grammys is a little more unfair, I think. But the Oscars is, I mean, there's some shit there too, right? Like, come on,
like I said, there was a balance. Like at a certain point in time in the early
I don't think
2000s,
there was really a balance. I think that was just the movies that was being made.
There was major productions in link with independent productions that were all great movies that were great movies. Like one of the great movies that I seen from early mid 2000, I'm like, and it was an Academy Award winner, was The Reader. I thought that was a really great movie.
I didn't see that.
Was it action packed? No. Was it the most stacked drama? No. But the story that it told, along with the acting that was in place and within plot, was so entertaining to where you would, like, if you love movies, you were just looking at this movie the entire time, like, what's gonna happen next?
Because that's a good movie.
Deep. Yeah. So
that's good entertainment.
Yeah. But it was one of those joints that was an independent movie. But like along with when it was like nominated, it was a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, major film studio movies. It's not a bad movie to be an independent, but it's like you gotta entertain motherfuckers to keep them to going to the shit. I haven't seen an independent movie really for real that I like enjoyed in a long time.
You're kind of proving my point with the kid falling thing. You're kind of proving my point. That's what I said about the threshold being low. You can make whatever, and it's entertaining. You can just look up and see. You can, and being entertained is not hard to do. Is it entertaining enough to make something else happen after that? After you watch this shit for 2 hours and it wins that shit at Sundance, is anybody gonna give a fuck after that? After these, maybe, let's say 1 million people see it, 1 million people love it.
Yeah.
What about the other 5 million people that are going to see it and fucking say it sucks?
Of all awards, and this is pretty much across the board. This is across like the major awards. This is across Grammys. This is across Emmys, Golden Globes, AMAs, the whole nine. I believe
I think they all one and the same.
But here's my thing. I believe Oscars, and along with the Grammys, is the least validating award nomination or award winning than of all time, because they're like, I believe both.
So you think it's the most rigged, is what you're saying?
This is the thing. I in a way, I would say that, but I'm not saying that it is. I would say that, for example, if you nominated for a Grammy, right? And I know, like me, you, Ace, Joker, Tony Nouveau, all like Crimson Alchemist, Sean's, we all know. Like it's like a thing. Like, yo, Busy gonna sweep this shit. Like this, like there's no way he don't got this. No way whatsoever. Like that's this shit that he. It got the numbers. It got the plays. We know what it is. It got the vibe. Ain't no way this shit ain't walking away without, like, this nigga ain't walking away without the bitch. No way. But they give it to Macklemore because he made a song called Rite Aid instead of Thrift Store. So and
I'm Kendrick Lamar in an alternate universe. Okay.
Yeah, no, what this nigga did, and it's like the community, the community can all know as a whole. Like, nah, fuck with that niggas. What them niggas say that he did. Busy will have the best album. That's who had the best album this year. That's what it is. We saying that. Fuck the Grammys. We saying that. You ain't gotta have a trophy to acknowledge it. It's there. You did what you were supposed to do. That trophy, like what Drake was saying when he won that Grammy, would make all the sense in the world. You don't need this to validate what you do.
I think a lot of people, I've only heard a few people, one of which being Ebro, who Ebro. He's one of the few people I've heard bring up that Grammy speech that Drake made, talking about how maybe that might be one of the reasons why he pulled his Grammy submission, and along with his, him and every other fucking major artist problem with the Grammys is the fact that we put too much stock into it and we need to stop. Not that Drake was saying that by pulling his submission, but overall, haven't we always been saying this? How long has this conversation been going on? Ew. How long has this conversation been going on to where, I mean, shit, Jay was at the Grammys, Prince was at the Grammys, fucking Mike was at all of these niggas over decades saying the same thing. And what do? We keep repeating the cycle, as I guess as consumers, we keep repeating that cycle where, hey, nigga, get over it. Okay. But then when I get to the point where I'm the one running this shit, I ain't just gonna get over it. I'm not. I want my way. And if I don't get it, then fuck you. And that's not being arrogant. That's just, nigga, I work too fucking hard for you to tell me fuck me to my face.
I'm anti-Grammys 100%, 1000%. And this is whether my niggas is there or whether my niggas is not there, only based on this fact that I don't believe that the voting aspect of it is in any way fair. Meaning, and I think we mentioned this on the podcast before a couple of years ago, like in the early stages of this. I don't think that it's fair that if I am somebody that is a country music expert, I don't think that it's right for me to be able to give a vote for what is pop, or what is good pop music, or what is good hip hop music. I believe that amongst the committee, there should be a group involved.
You vote your genre. How about that? You vote your fucking genre. That's it.
That year that they had Diddy involved, they was like, well, Diddy's involved, like it should be more fair. And I'm just like,
that's a thing right there. The fact it flips so fucking much. Why can Diddy be involved one year and then the next year he's not? Why can Jermaine Dupri be on the committee one year and the next year? What? Why has Jay-Z never fucking been invited? What are you talking about? You don't know hip hop, nigga. You don't give a fuck about it.
And for example,
yes, I want one of the awards, but it's true.
A little crazy, but I had this idea like earlier today about the Grammy shit. I think that the voters on albums of the year in any category shouldn't be artists, and they shouldn't be like, I really think.
Now, why do you think that? Because I think the opposite of that. So why do you think artists shouldn't vote on the best music?
I'm like, they should be artists, but I don't think they should. I think they should be producers and the writers. Like
those are the artists.
But if Lady Gaga wins Best Album Award or whatever, she gets the Best Album Award. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who was involved with it, whether a producer was or who wrote the shit, she's the one that's getting the best John for it. And then, you know what I'm saying, within the best album categories or those type of
levels. No, they all get credit for that. When you win a Grammy, everybody you wrote that album with gets a Grammy.
I know that.
Or at least can say they are part of it.
Is like, she gets the call. I think personally, just amongst the people that I've been around that are in I would say the facilitator portion of music, they kind of have more of an unbiased opinion about it. Because it's almost like, damn, that motherfucker made a sound that I really wanted to create, but I didn't do it. but now I know it can be created. So now I can do this like little freaky shit with it to make it a little better. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's trying to outdo each other, but they're not the ones they make the music, but they're not the ones doing the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Making that music to get to that level to where it's Grammy. You know what I'm saying? They're facilitating another artist to make it up to that level. So what I'm saying is like, if you're in the middle ground of it, there's a certain appreciation in between the creation from beat to lyrics to who the artist is associated with, that I feel like that almost gives it an unbiasedness to where it's like, all right, your shit was better than mine. Win, lose, or draw, your shit was better than mine because of what you did.
So you think the nigga that's making the music for the nigga making music is less competitive and not at the very least just as competitive as the nigga getting the, let's say, the beat from him? You think he's gonna be more unbiased? That's where that comes in. As I'm saying, you think he's more unbiased? You think the producer of a record is more unbiased than the rapper?
I said producers.
Yeah. So if you got if you nominated nigga, on a committee on this board, huh?
If you nominated, you couldn't be on the board. It's about like
yeah, but if you're not, you might just not like that nigga either. So I'm not voting for you because I don't fucking like. Exactly. How can you ever judge that or account for that?
I couldn't vote on the Grammy board of not
whether it's a rapper voting or a producer. How can you ever account for that?
I couldn't vote for I couldn't be on a Grammy board if Kanye was on it because I don't like of my disgust with Kanye. It would be disfair because off the rip, you would be like, well, you're not going to consider Kanye shit, period. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. It's not an unbiased opinion.
Yeah, like, but okay, if I'm
because I'm going to say like, all right.
Let's say I'm 40.
I'm going to listen to all four other nominees.
Nah, still biased.
But I'm not going to listen to Kanye. That's not biased.
What can I say?
That's not unbiased.
Okay.
Like, that's me pushing a bias, like saying like, oh, I don't want to listen to his shit.
Perfect example.
I don't fuck with him. But if I'm listening, but if I'm within hip hop, if I'm with hip hop, let's say I'm Swiss. Let's say I'm Swiss, for example. I ain't got no type of motherfucking help.
Swiss is on the committee.
Yeah, but like.
And how rarely is Swiss has been nominated. I think Swiss has won before, maybe, but
yeah, but
he's on the committee most times.
Yeah, I don't think that within the albums that are nominated, he has any stake in. I'm not sure.
He's on the voting committee. He votes on Grammy
in the
wins.
Albums that are in within. I don't give a fuck what committee he's in. What I'm talking about is the fact that he's unbiased. He has nothing to do with the albums that have been created this year that are within nomination. That in my knowing,
I'm pretty sure they do that. I'm pretty sure they do that anyway, where they try to make it like that. But where like, you know, if you're not in the category, you're voting on it. That doesn't make you unbiased though.
But it doesn't. But it's supposed to you're supposed to use your most unbiased opinion. Supposed to make your vote. Right. You're not gonna be like, well, Drake's my man's or Kanye's my man's or whatever.
Ideally, you're doing it unbiasedly to get the most fair vote. Yeah.
But my point is overall with the Grammys is you can't be like even if you're gonna be biased to it, don't put me in a position to where I gotta be biased or unbiased to a category or a genre that isn't my own. If I was on if they was like, yo, Jose Ortega, we want you on the board this year. I'm one of the most unbiased people to the game because I'm not a rapper.
But you shouldn't vote on hip hop though.
What should I vote on?
Not hip hop. You got too many opinions about it. It's recorded. Just like you just said about what's the name? Who you just said it about? Push or somebody. Push shouldn't be on the committee. No. Same shit. You shouldn't be on the committee. You know hip hop. You have opinions on it.
I have no direct relation to what
anybody. Yeah, but if Kanye is on the list, you just said you wouldn't even consider it. So you're biased.
If they asking me, nigga, Kanye ain't on the list. So
okay, cool. And on this list, Kanye is not on it.
Yeah, Kanye is not on the list because if they asking me, they already know, like, all right, Kanye is not on it. He can get probably a biased, like an unbiased opinion.
I still feel like that's not fair.
Why wouldn't it be?
You're not even an artist. You don't even
my entire fucking life.
Yeah, but you don't know what goes into making it fully.
Yes, I do.
Not fully.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You know why?
How many songs have you written?
Not two.
Okay, but how many songs have you written and recorded and put out? You don't know personally. It's not the same. You're a fan.
You put out like 50 songs. Fuck out of here. Suck my dick. Like,
what does that have to? Oh, okay, that's kind of my point, though. You shouldn't be able to vote on something if you don't know what goes into it, as much as you shouldn't be able to vote on it if it's not your niche.
Yes, I do.
So if you're not a country artist, you shouldn't be able to vote on it just because you're a country fan. Like, it's not fair to the artist. That's not fair to the artist.
I choose not to.
Regardless to what you choose to do, it's not fair to the artist in the category.
Because what you're trying to say is because I'm not doing it, I shouldn't have a vote. And it's like, no, I know what.
I feel like that's why they make the people that make the music or have made the music the people that vote.
I know what it takes. I know what it looks like. I know what goes into it. I choose not to. I looked you straight in the face and was like, I don't want to be an artist.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what it takes to be one. I don't want to be that. I don't want to like push my life into that. Does it mean that I don't know what goes into it? No, that's fucking ignorant.
I feel like with anything you do, you can understand what goes into it, but dealing with it hands-on is a different thing. You can know how to sell dope. Selling dope is different. Being in it, having that rush, that feeling, it's different. Nigga, just knowing what to do and not doing it isn't the same thing. I
played more shows than you. Kiss my
I don't think that's true.
It is.
How many shows you play?
4, 5 dozen.
Oh, okay, yeah, you have played more than me.
Over the course of 1.5 years.
How many records have you put out?
Total?
Yeah.
In songs?
Yeah.
8.
Okay, I got about, like you said, 50. There's a difference.
You play any instruments?
No. Well, my voice is that. So yeah.
Fuck your Kanye thought on that whole Kanye instruments my voice. Fuck all that.
No, what are you talking about? When you rap, that's the instrument. You're not playing a fucking guitar and rapping at the same time, nigga. You're rapping. That's the instrument.
Master your whole shit.
Yeah.
Yourself.
So most of them.
All the way through. When's the last time you released some shit? When's the last time you did a project?
Fucking 3 weeks ago.
You did a project. Put it out.
Oh, okay. 7 years ago. Last time I put out a project. Last time I put out a song was three weeks ago.
You a rapper, right?
Sure. Let's call it that.
Podcaster.
Right. And you do that every week.
I'm a retired.
You're hands on with that. You could tell a nigga how to podcast better than you could tell him how to do almost anything, right?
No, I think there's like 3 really good things that I'm really good at.
But I'm saying if you had to tell a nigga how to podcast, you're pretty confident you could tell him how to do it and be successful at it, right? As he hits the bong. Yep. Shout out to the bong.
And damn right. And I could tell the motherfucker I can put out a motherfucking album too, but your dumb ass won't fucking do it. So what's up?
You the one making it personal. I'm talking about it in general. I mean, if I want to put out an album in the next week, I could probably do it. That's not the point. I'm talking about being hands-on versus talking about being hands. I'm talking about doing it versus talking about doing it. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying is like, if I know what it takes to go into it, I know what it appreciates to make a fucking project, make music, to be able to put it on fucking stage and be able to put it in front of people. You do as well. Don't tell me that you just like oh, you didn't do this way. So I'm
not saying I'm not. No, that's not. See, you took what I was saying right there the wrong way. That's not what I was saying.
Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying when I said that, what I was saying was, you're not today consistently, unlike podcasting, you're not constantly hands up. You know what goes into it. You've done it. You don't still do it. You don't do it every day. You don't do it. But you have an opinion, which is fine. So I don't know if that's okay when it comes to, let's say, voting for an award when you don't do it. I feel like you should just do it. That's the People's Choice Award. That's why they have that.
No, because some people know what the juice is and what ain't.
Allegedly, it's all subjective.
You don't have to be an artist to do that. You don't.
You don't have to be You don't have to be an artist to say something is good. But I think, and you do have experience, you have to have that experience to be able to critique it. But then to, let's say, give an award for the year. When was the last time you did it? You Jermaine Dupri, you still got records spinning.
No one is spinning a real fucking Jermaine Dupri record and giving a fuck about it.
I don't know what his Spotify rap look like, but I bet it's interesting. I bet it's interesting. I said, I don't know what his Spotify, you know how Spotify does the rap shit at the end of the year. I don't know what his rap shit looks like, but I bet it's interesting.
There's a bunch of still the same bitches. Oh my God.
A bunch of Bow Wow records, for sure.
Nothing's fuck, but I don't care.
Mariah Carey's in there. And he's still getting paid off Mariah Carey records. Nigga, like, come on, dog.
It's gonna be a bunch of goofy, no music, knowing ass motherfucking chicks, just like my wife, that's gonna be listening to fucking old Bow Wow records and shit, and fucking
Mariah's in there too, though. It's Christmas time, my nigga.
Sing fucking Mariah Carey out. That's what it is. Nothing more.
Like I'm sure if we could see it, it would be interesting. I don't know if he's still in the committee, but I know he was, and I'm pretty sure his rap would be interesting as fuck.
Years was a joke. What? His last 15 years was a joke.
Shit, the last 15 years. He ain't even did shit.
More valuable than mine and today. What? All right.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying because of the current thing. There is still a thing where it's, you know, like I said, nigga, Mariah's still popping. Bow Wow, not as much. He had a good year, but you know, I feel like if I was the person,
you know why? You want to know really on God why?
I feel like you about to say something very blasphemous.
Yeah, I'm about to say something blasphemous right now. The reason why Mariah Carey still pops every single year to this day, as long as we've been alive, it's because of one reason only. I tell you why. Right now.
I do not condone whatever he's about to say.
There's a fucking Christmas season. If there was no such thing as Christmas, there would be Mariah Carey would not be as big as she is right now. She sells dumbass and buku records every year around the same time of year. No one would give a fuck.
I'm out. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. What? Flag on the play. What? No, explain it. No, I was finish explaining. I was just shocked you said it. Like
her replacement is already here, meaning like what the industry wants to replace her with is already motherfucking here. But the thing is despite the fact that Mariah
Where?
Ariana Grande.
Her Christmas album didn't do that great. They tried it. It didn't do great though.
It's not about the Christmas album.
It kind of is. It kind of is for what you're talking about.
Oh, you're making it that. What I'm saying is Mariah Carey's hold on to relevance overall is always Christmas albums because she doesn't really put out the independent R&B soul album like she used to in regular rotation.
I don't think she can anymore, or even wants to. Really, I think it's more so she doesn't want to. Honestly,
either or. I'm not saying I'm not making a judgment on which one she's doing, but either or, she's not doing it in the regular, 3 to 4 year rotation, or maybe even 5 years. Where I'm saying somebody of her experience would probably you give that much space to create however you feel, whenever you feel ready. If you at the label, or whatever. But Mariah, when it comes down to this Christmas season, every single time she gonna make that bank, every time.
They said she make $1 million a year off Christmas.
Yeah.
Alone. I seen that shit earlier today. They said Mariah makes $1 million every Christmas off of that one Christmas song. $1 million every year, guaranteed.
That's minus performances.
No, that's just off the shit getting spent. That's it. That's minus performances. Spotify, radio, all of that.
That's minus performances. But the thing, and that maintains her relevance because it goes along with the spirit of the holiday. Because that song, all I want for Christmas is you. Every fucking year, what? That's one of the worst
hit record.
Fucking Christmas song.
It's one of my. I hate Christmas music. It's one of my favorite ones.
I'll let you know why. And this is a story time with Ortega, and it's gonna make me seem like an asshole for about 30 seconds, but I don't give a fuck. This one, and episode 185. So, I was fucking with this Indian chick back in 2009, right? And yeah, I cheated on her with her op. I didn't know she was her op. I didn't know until after I had fucked the other bitch. And I'm like, damn, y'all ops. And this gonna come right back to bite me in the ass.
Feel like cheating on her is the main problem, but okay. Keep going.
It wasn't her op. It was it was way worse than what it was. You got way worse.
Hey,
really
whatever.
So, she found out that she was her op. She was like, yo, nigga, fuck you to me. And I was like, damn, bitch. Nah, I'm the smoothest nigga on earth. I'm gonna get you back. So I'm calling this bitch trying to get every way contact with her, just trying to speak my piece and everything like that. And this bitch had the call back tone, all I want for Christmas is you. And there was a good month and a half worth of trying to grovel, calling this phone, shawty phone, and hearing that song. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck Mariah Carey.
That sound like you mad you fucked up.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's more so what that is than Mariah for Carey, nigga. That's more so you than Mariah and Christmas, nigga.
I love Christmas. Fuck Mariah Carey in that song though.
Nah, it's you, nigga.
Back to my overall point. Mariah Carey make her bank off Christmas Christmas every season. That's cool, fine and dandy. The industry pretty much replaced Mariah Carey with Ariana. The thing is that
I don't think that's a replacement.
But what I'm saying,
that's a strong terminology.
You can't take the throne unless you dethrone the queen.
Like I said, the Christmas album didn't work. They tried it.
And when if you can't do it with the Christmas album versus all the other albums, because Ariana's
arguably Ariana Grande's discography is hitting on that.
That's what I'm saying.
She ain't got no We Belong Together, but it's close.
It's hitting, but the queen is still at the top of the hill. So you are at the most you can be as a copper. Unless you dethrone the queen, all you can be is a copper. That's what I'm saying. It's Ariana is here. She just ain't got to that level, but you got to dethrone the queen. And she's going to forever be here every single Christmas season until she's like, you know what? I want to release an album. And don't let her actually release an album when motherfucking and call Jermaine Dupri, when Jermaine Dupri got that good plug, And then he up in that bitch making another Emancipation of Meaning.
They just gonna call Young Berg. That's all that mean.
They better not call Young Berg. I ain't listening to that shit, nigga.
You know they gonna call Young Berg.
Nigga, like Young Berg.
Hitmaker, my bad.
Good,
Hitmaker.
like,
Hitmaker.
Young Berg is
my
not
bad.
that good, bro. Like,
Hitmaker. Shh. Hitmaker now.
Berg ain't that good, dog. I don't give a fuck about Berg, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm a
beat, nigga. Chill.
I'm an Eric Bellinger fan, my nigga. The only Eric Bellinger project that I'm like, is the one he did with Hitmaker. The only one. This nigga got like 40 fucking projects.
You know what's funny?
The only one I'm just like, is that one.
And I hate to say this because of what I just said, but I was listening to a lot of Jim Jones earlier today, and he has a lot of Hitmaker songs, and no pun intended, they're hit or miss. They're kind of hit or miss. Like some of them, like literally one I heard today sounded like 2010. I had to like turn it off. I was like, all right, Jim, I see what you're going for, but nah, nigga, I wouldn't even make this record. Like on this beat, this shit sound like either that or he recorded that shit a long time ago, and just it just came out like that or something. I don't know, but I was like, huh. This nigga Berg he be hitting, but he be missing. He be making them hits.
But that's Berg.
Then he don't sometimes.
Like Berg is like 50-50, dog. Like everybody was so hyped for this fucking a couple years ago when the Jeremiah and Ty Dolla $ign album came out, and I'm like, what y'all niggas hype for? Like Hit Boy, I mean like Hitmaker ain't that good. Like I understand he work on their shit, but it's not that good, nigga.
All right.
And I heard the album when it first came out, and I was like, this is a 50-50. It's like you built all that hype up to just be half good, my nigga. I'm sorry. Like I want to give you more credit, but that's be what it be.
I don't know, man. I just feel like
he's not that good at producing.
At the end of the day, if Mariah wants to make a record or an album, I should say, if she wants to make an album, she's not gonna not pull out the stops. It's Mariah. She's not gonna not use every resource Mariah Carey could have to make the best possible record. I don't care if it's about her fucking kids. She's gonna do it. And really, this might be a little blasphemous to some fans of the show and R&B and pop music, but I'm gonna say it. God damn it! What happened to your camera? There it go. I'm gonna say it. I'm putting Mariah up there with Adele.
I don't even know which way you kind of blasphemous about this. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like, I think Mariah is clearly above Adele. You just overweight.
I wouldn't even say that. I didn't even say that.
Like,
I'd say Adele is bigger than Mariah. Outside of Christmas, yeah.
Shoot yourself.
Hey, look. I'm pretty sure Mariah got more streams.
The dumbest shit to me since George spoke to me earlier today.
I'm pretty sure Mariah got more streams than Adele.
Of course.
But
I said I have to one of those things on Twitter that I don't know why I subscribe to it or how I'm subscribed to it, but I see Mariah's Christmas numbers every single day of every single week, every single Christmas year.
The fuck are you following?
Look, fam, I don't know why Mariah Carey's whole shit just pops up at the
You got her whole stat line for Christmas, nigga.
Nigga,
where the numbers at, nigga? I'm talking about it.
Every year, it's telling me Like Mariah Carey is streamed 350 million more streaming numbers than in any Christmas. I'm like, yes, I know, nigga, for one song. Why the fuck do you have to tell me this?
Every Christmas, nigga.
I know, nigga. Merry Christmas to you too. Like, what the fuck? But I'm not gonna say Adele is bigger. Suck my nah, out of here.
Like I said, Mariah definitely got more streams. Let me finish. Mariah definitely got more streams. Adele gonna be around longer, has records that will be bigger or just as big, and without Adele probably never do a fucking Christmas album. But every time, Adele is the only person. I don't know if you saw that stat. Adele's the only person this year to move 1 million hard copies.
Cause she's the only person moving hard copies.
No, she's not.
Who else?
Anybody else that gets a bunch of fucking streams. I think every 1,500 streams counts as a hard copy. So, I mean, between actual hard copies and streams, you moved 1 million hard copies? Nigga, come on. Stop it.
You motherfuckers will find any way whatsoever.
That's how the numbers work. What you mean finding a way? That's how the numbers work. That's what the numbers are. Every 1,500 streams is one album.
All right. So
seriously.
All right. Okay. All right.
Look it up. Nigga, I'm dead. That's what the Record Association says.
I don't care. She don't speak my fucking language, so I don't really care. But all right, okay, that's where we at now.
I'm just saying. I guess that's why I said it'd be blasphemous, but I mean that's all I'm saying.
Like, that's where we at.
35 is look. You think 30 is crazy? 40 gonna be retarded.
I'm not listening to neither.
You definitely gonna listen to the next Adele. You ain't listened to this one yet. What's wrong with you?
I'm grown. And
right, you ain't listen to Adele, nigga.
Hell, nigga, like I'm a Latino male. Like, no, like
what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
It's not my swag today, nigga. Like, no, it's not my vibe.
Yeah, all right. Million hard copies, all right.
You appreciate white music, like I don't. So. Like it's okay, my nigga. Like you can listen to that shit. I'm not with it, but it's all right. All right.
Hey, you explain that shit to the people. I ain't got to. You know where I'm at.
That's not gonna. I'm gonna say that would be one of those.
That's gonna be your fight with them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all know where I'm at.
Would you not give a vote for the Adele album? And I'll be like, no, nigga, because that's not a category what I would vote in.
They gonna throw tomatoes at your bitch ass.
Expertise. I'm not gonna give a pop expertise or a pop vote towards something that is like I don't listen to. I'm not part of the community of this.
I wouldn't say I'm part of the community of that either. I shouldn't vote on pop music, but
yes, you are, nigga. You listen.
Just because I write pop music does not mean, and I listen to it does not mean I should vote on it. No, it doesn't. That does not mean I should be on the fucking committee for pop music.
Are you a large consumer of such music?
No. I mean, as much as anybody else that listens to hip hop and a lot of other genres. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, we're gonna keep it a bean. All I listen to for the most part is like rap, hip hop, and R&B and soul. That's like pretty much all I listen to. And mariachi.
I'm all over the place.
That's like that's it.
Catch me on the right day, nigga. I might be banging some EDM. You don't never know with me.
I'm grown. That's why I'm gonna give the fucking Ortega T and 2M Award nominees for best rap album this week. I wish I wanted to go through the rest of them, but we'll come through the rest next week. But the best rap album nominees, and I'm gonna give you a chance to. Your vote actually does matter this time, District 93rd in this year. Ooh. If you actually listen to fucking music. So Ooh. Best rap album nominees. I got for this year, Nas, King Disease 2. I think it's Grammy nominated.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure it is. Bodie James, Bo Jackson. Not Grammy nominated, but damn sure should be. It's a great fucking rapper and hip hop album.
Good.
Really Ben Staples, self-titled album, Ben Staples.
Didn't hear it.
J. Cole, The Off Season, and Benny the Butcher, Plugs I Met Too. Now, I know you.
What was the first one? What was the first one?
King's Disease 2. Nas.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And I know you, the motherfucker that you are, you probably like, you gonna figure out a way to put one of them Griselda niggas in there. And
yeah, that's definitely what I was gonna say. It was either gonna be Benny or Westside, because for some reason you don't fuck with Conway, like he's not the hardest nigga on Griselda. But all right.
I do fuck with Conway better, you know, like most niggas, but I'm a Westside fan. But Conway's project fell to the 6th spot this year. Like, and then
Kanye's project fell where?
He released 2 this year, and I was kind of like, damn, which one would go into 6 and which one would go into 7, and they both interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that that motherfucking project that that he did with was it whatever La Máquina. That shit was beautiful. Like I fuck with that project heavy.
Yeah.
But Plugs I Met 2 was substantially so much better than Plugs I Met 1, which I thought was already a classic. I'm like, oh damn. And it was better than the project he did with Hit Boy. So I was like, I gotta give some acknowledgement to Benny this time around.
Okay.
Like
I still say I haven't heard Plugs I Met Too, but I'd still say La Máquina is a great project. So I don't know how you didn't put that above that. I just think Conway's a better rapper though too. So that's just me.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna say out of the niggas that released last year,
because you just named shit that was like last year and this year.
No, all that shit was this year.
La Máquina was this year.
Yep, top of the year. La Máquina, and if it bleeds, it can be killed. The Conway Big Ghost project and shit was like some of the first projects to come out.
Oh no, I'm thinking about the shit Conway did with Alchemist. That was last year.
No, I'm gonna say Lulu came out last
year. That's what I'm thinking about.
Lulu was one of the best projects last year for sure.
Yeah,
like 1,000 like classic. But next one I have is Best Producer right now, and
I ain't picked, nigga. Hold up, I ain't even picked what my pick was.
It's not a pick yet, nigga.
Oh, we just saying what we got nominated.
Yeah, I only got 2 categories right now and shit because I had to like really sit through and really think of what I wanted to be nominated for what and what categories is like really matters.
Well, y'all leave in the comments y'all votes too.
Yep. So I got Best Producer. I only got 3 right now on ones I only think that I have really had like really good years and not just one good project.
Mm-hmm.
The Alchemist, Hit Boy, Harry Fraud. And like I said,
I feel like that's really only between Harry and Alchemist. And I feel like I'm giving that to Harry. I know I'm not picking right now, but I'm letting it be known.
I'm just saying right now, and like I haven't done my review of the year yet. I would give it to Harry too, because Harry's music been like it's been official this year.
Consistently efficient.
Yeah, it's been really efficient. Last year went to Nicholas Craven, who was like a brand new person and shit, but that was because of like the ransom consistency. Like if you can consistently,
I was gonna say I feel like that's like a niche pick. Everybody might not even know what or who that is or what was going on with that. But yeah.
If Jay know who he is, so like nigga, if you don't know, no. Because like he had 5 consistent projects last year that he did with one person, which were all fire, and I think that shit's impressive. Seeing this, like one person that made me disbelieve that you can make like one project with one person and it still continuously be fire was Kanye. Kanye made me disbelieve in that, and
I kind of feel that.
And he was like kind of like the icing on the cake of like my lack of belief, because there was other producers before him that did other projects with other artists, and it was like, all right, you did that one joint with so and so, or you did this joint with so and so, but it didn't warrant a whole project, my nigga.
All right.
It didn't need that.
All right.
So like when Kanye did it, and he did it 5 times in a row, and within that same time destroyed Tiana Taylor's career and Designers.
Wouldn't say he did that, but okay.
Yeah, he destroyed her career. Like
more so Designers than Tiana Taylor's.
Both of them. Like both.
Tiana Taylor still has a career. So I mean that's something.
but she has a career, but the pity party of this whole shit is that Tiana Taylor could have had a career without Kanye and good music if she, yeah, because her core fan base is core.
But why?
I don't think she didn't get that much love as far as like extra promotion from good music to begin with. So it wasn't like good music was making her bigger than what she was, nigga, outside of the baby.
Wasn't nobody else up in either though. That's why she signed there.
That's what I'm saying. Like she could have been independent and still done her same motherfucking thing. And I think when she does eventually come out of retirement, that's what she would do. It's like
I'm sure at this point,
you know what I'm saying? And that shit's still gonna go hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna go hard.
I feel like at that point in time that might not have been the thing for her to do though.
At the time that she signed the good music, it was the thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but
that was the time when she probably needed that.
Yeah, but it's like the way she was handled with good music and Def Jam, I could see why you would look at it like I'm retiring and I'm done. I'm just done.
Only people I feel like really got the short end of the stick of that little thing you talking about that he tried to do that summer, that Kanye tried to do that summer, is Nas and Designer. Tiana Taylor is still Tiana Taylor.
The only people that won out of that, the only people that really won out of that, like really won, was Pusha T
and Kanye.
That was like those are the only people that won.
I mean, Kid Cudi shit was with Kanye, so I mean,
Kanye fucked himself. Kanye fucked himself with bad publicity. It was the short album joint was actually Designer's idea that was ran from Kanye, and he didn't get acknowledged for it, or he was included a part of the fucking the music rollout. Push won because Push is assertive at what he wants when he wants it. So I don't think Kanye was gonna hold him back or push him forward. He was gonna do what he was gonna want to do anyway. Kid Cudi was on the
Big Sean wasn't a part of it either.
Kid Cudi was a part of it.
I said Big Sean.
See where Big Sean is? Big Sean is left.
Now, yeah, but I'm saying Big that Sean rollout, he got left out of that too.
Gone. Designer is gone.
Yeah, because they all got, and aren't those the people that got left out the most? Outside of Nas, who's already Nas.
And it's like Nas isn't on good music.
Right. He's already Nas. So you can't really, all you can say is, that wasn't great. Designer, though, you could be like, nigga, you might be done.
I'm gonna say, like, even if it is done for Designer, I think Designer is really creative. I think
for sure, I'll give him that, definitely.
I think
he's entertaining too.
I don't think we acknowledge this
on some funny shit.
I think that Designer is good music Fetty Wap. Like, I think he got milked for what he had on the table. What was he, like 19 at the time? When Panda came out, he was a teenager. He was young. And we all thought that was a future record. And Kanye...
I was about to say, I think they did him dirtier than Fetty Wap, because at least you knew it was Fetty Wap.
And Kanye took that shit for Life of Pablo and put that shit on that bitch and made it his own.
Didn't even credit the nigga.
Didn't even credit the motherfucker on the shit. And the nigga was trying to keep himself above water the entire time while Wamp's being ignored because of a completely stagnant good music rollout. and like include just whoever. Because like realistically, the much time, because if we're gonna be real, if you wasn't Kanye, Big Sean was a star, and Big Sean took a lot of time off in between projects through time, whether it warranted or unwarranted. That was him. Tiana Taylor was ready to do music. They was just like, yo, nah, we want this to be this way, this. Her shit wasn't coming out. Motherfucking, like, who else do you got? Pusha T releases his projects like about every 5 years or so. It's like it's a fucking long time in between. Who keeping the lights on in that bitch besides you? Who keeping them on?
Bush, Cuddy,
and now
Big Sean.
Big Sean gone.
I mean, now you talking about that. I mean, I'm surprised Cuddy's still there. We're talking about now.
The motherfucking executive offices of Adidas than he do at Good Music now.
Yeah.
Like, all I'm saying is like, you had a roster, you didn't really use it. The best parts of it said, nigga, you a bitch, I'm out. And then you go. And then like now you like, yo, I'm just sell sneakers. That's what you can do. That's fine. Go ahead, sell sneakers.
But see, that's the thing, though.
Got the same roster that you had, and that's because you didn't use the team that you had the right way.
No, it's not that. He used it for what he could use it for, and used it, I think, the best way he could at the time. Wasn't really much more he could do. And I think anything he did, if we going back in time, early Good Music, Big Sean, outside of Kanye's involvement, what is he doing that first album?
That nigga said,
and not even just him.
That nigga said,
who else was it?
I belong here because
he was the only one.
Big Sean. He wanted Ass to be the single for the project, and I was like, nah. And you know what? And this is the shout out to that nigga from Southfield, but it was the best idea he had ever in his career. Whether Kanye is signed off on it or not, the fact that Ass was was one of the singles from his first project still knocks in the club today. Real, in the words of Dennis Graham, real music's gonna last. All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
I kind of feel like I grouped that song in with the other bullshit.
It may not be.
Song doesn't really hit like that, nigga. How many times have you heard Ass in 10 years?
You got to acknowledge it for the fact that it's longevity.
How many times have you heard that record played in the last 10 years since it came out?
Plenty of times.
In public?
Yes.
Where?
Go to any club or bar.
I've been to clubs and bars in the last 10 years. I don't think that song was played.
Guarantee you it did. You probably didn't pay attention to it, but it did.
If I didn't pay attention to it and didn't notice it, that tells you the impact.
To this day, nigga, and
a song that should get bitches twerking on the floor, which would get niggas' attention.
Yeah, nigga.
I don't know. You think that would play?
Like, I intentionally went to a bar, like, or a club when it was on some tip about a year and a half ago, pre-pandemic. Like, yeah, Ass came on. And I was like, I remember listening to the playlist, like, yo, some of this shit still rock. Like, man, that's what's up.
Sounds
like some of it still go from like the time that when we was in the club going to.
Sounds like a pretty shitty place. You shouldn't have went there. Should have went to a better club.
I'm not going to no club where they playing Adele. That's why I tell you that shit right now.
I don't think that's not club music. Why would you go to a club where they're doing that?
I'm
That sounds even more
not
boring.
going to no place where they playing Adele. I ain't going to no place where they playing no Ariana
Nigga, they play Adele at Walgreens. Nigga, not in the club. Nigga,
they play Ariana Grande, Camila Cabello, or whatever the fuck these bitches' names is. I don't go none of them places. Where I go to play 2
yeah, they
Chainz,
might play them depending on where you're at.
Where I go, they play 2 Chainz in Conway.
That's not true. No, it's not. 2 Chainz.
That's
mostly gets played in strip clubs. You, sir, do not frequent those.
They made 2 Chainz in the club too. Old Chainz.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
It's not strip club Chainz, but it'd be old Chainz. You know what I'm saying? It'd be all of my favorite joints that like all the old Chainz joints that made me laugh and shit.
Yeah, I was just about speaking of that shit, like I just seen how that nigga was re-releasing the True Religion shit. I was like, yeah, it's kind of dope. I like that.
That shit a month and a half ago.
I know, but like I just was like just watching how he was like trying to recreate certain shit from way back then. It was like, yo, I like that shit. Cause I was like, that was the Titty Boy rebrand. Like that was the shit that made him 2 Chainz. Like that shit was hard.
But one thing I will say about that project, like listening to it, even with the new tracks that was on it and shit, I was like, damn, this ain't even nowhere near close to like the best 2 Chainz we got. Like that was like the moment where I realized, like, damn, this nigga's trajectory after this moment was very far. Like he went way past this.
Yeah, I think the last with the album he just did, I think that might be his best one.
So how many got?
Yeah, I think that might be his best one. I like that more than Rapper Go to the League. And I like that album, but I like Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, but I got what he was trying to do with that. Like that was like kind of like him trying to do the more mainstream shit, but it was
like Trapper Belly Trey. I think that was like one of the best versions of Chainz we got.
That was like a mixtape, but that wasn't really an album. That was like a mixtape album.
I call it project nowadays because some things is album, some things is mixtapes. I don't give a fuck. Like as far as your discography.
I feel like that. I think he released that when mixtapes were still a thing, and he had to tell niggas this is not like this is this and not that. I feel like that was then because that was like 2014, 13.
I think he was on the wave of a lot of shit. Like even Freebase was an EP, but that shit was a fire ass EP. Like niggas wasn't doing EPs and shit yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that as an album either.
Nah, like
I wouldn't count the True Religion shit as an album. I wouldn't count Trappavelli as an album. What's that other one? Oh no, that is Trappavelli. Yeah, no, I wouldn't count that as an album.
Necklace on the Necklace Don.
That's not an album.
Nah. Collar Grove is an album.
Yeah, it's a joint album. I don't really count though as a solo thing.
Yeah, I don't count it as a solo.
I mean, I heard they do it. They're supposed to be doing 2, ain't they?
I don't know. I don't really want to hear that shit today.
I know I seen something in the last month or two about them doing the 2.
The reason why I don't care about it today.
Yeah, it was. Remember when they were saying Wayne was supposed to release like 5 projects before the end of the year? That was one of them. They were supposed to do Collie Grove too.
I don't care to hear Wayne rap today, like at all. And Wayne,
I just want to hear him
Wayne
rapping.
Falls into a different category. I was like, but he's in the same kind of placement as Logic to me. Like he's way better rapper than Logic, but it's kind of like.
Yeah, I heard him say it. I ain't say it. Y'all heard what he said.
But yeah,
I don't like bullshit to me.
Hear what I'm saying though. You're not saying in a way anything that impresses me no more. Like I've heard pretty much the best.
When he's actually rapping, he does, but he just doesn't like to rap that much.
But what I'm saying is like I pretty much got the best that I'm gonna get from you, whether you care to go harder or not, or just to rap and make some bread, like whatever the fuck the deal is. Like that's not my concern. My thing is like I pretty much heard the best from you. you haven't given me more. You haven't given me reason to believe that there's more in the tank to be better. And I'm not expecting that.
You think Lil Wayne's
cool.
best?
You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like I like shit. You gave him what you got.
You think Lil Wayne's best rapping days are behind him?
You said what?
I said you think Lil Wayne's best rapping days are behind him.
Oh, they way gone, bro. They way gone. They like the last of his best rapping days when he was smoking G13 and drinking Long
Island. That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah, that's it. Like I'm gonna keep it real because I haven't gotten anything that I think that has been great from Lil Wayne for real since then. Just before that,
I feel like everything since what was the mixtape he did? What was the last mixtape everybody lost their mind? No Ceilings? No, it was after No Ceilings.
2?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Or was it Sorry for the Wait? I think it was Sorry for the Wait.
Yeah, because he's beefed out Birdman.
Yeah,
that one. That was the last one where I think there was a real, oh shit, what's he gonna say? What's he about to do? I feel like ever since then, Carter 4, 5, every mixtape, him re-releasing certain, it's just like, yeah, I've heard it.
See, I was in Cali at that time when Sorry for the Wait came out, the first one.
Even when it did 2, it was like
Sorry for the Wait 2 came out like a year and a half after, and I was just like, nigga, we not waiting on nothing right now.
You out of jail. We ain't waiting for shit. Where's the Carter at?
My whole shit was like, but I told you before the Carter 5 came out, I'm like, nigga, I don't really care to hear it right now. It's like,
remember, there was a point in time we didn't think we was gonna hear it. We didn't think we was gonna get it for a while. Between the beef with Birdman and everything else,
because it was aged as fuck, and then he
had leaked a bunch of times. It was the beef with Birdman. It was aged, all that shit.
5, the deluxe version was all new music, and it was like, I don't really care. Like Funeral wasn't bad.
I was gonna say his best shit is probably Funeral. I refuse to listen to that joint album with Rich the Kid because Rich the Kid is on it, but Funeral was dope. Funeral was really dope.
I don't listen to Lil Wayne music now because of his what's the word I'm looking for?
He just did a song with KSI. It was like a pop song. That shit was hard. I like that.
I would say his stage 4 Kundum. So
let's not bring that up. We talking about music. We talking about music. We talking about music.
I've been saying all week, like, nigga, I can fuck with you and not fuck with your music, but I can't not fuck with you and fuck with your music. Like that's something I can't do. Like, you could be a cool ass person and not be talented at all, but I can't be fucking with you if you just a fucking bitch ass nigga, snitch or whatever the fuck.
If I feel like you a hoe ass nigga in real life,
and you can make fire music. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how fire your music is.
They don't equate. You can't. In my head, if I feel like you're that way, you don't make good music. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Even if people do, like, I'm sure people do think. Some people think, I don't. If I feel like that about you as a person, I don't care about the music. Even if the music is deep. Like, remember, 6ix9ine is a perfect example. I said if the nigga didn't get killed or go to jail, he was gonna be something big. And he had some hooks, thought it was very entertaining. And had he not been a snitch, I'd be saying the same fucking shit. But hey, life is life, nigga. That's that. And you know what? I don't know if we talked about that. I kind of respected that shit that Young Boy said about the nigga. Young Boy said he'd still do a song with 6ix9ine because he don't give a fuck. And you know what? I feel like that's very much an NBA Youngboy character. I respect it. I'm not listening to the song if he does it, but I respect it.
That would actually make you stop listening to Youngboy, and I fuck with Youngboy.
Youngboy just put out a whole project with Birdman. Did you see that shit? It's a joint album with Birdman.
Yeah, I heard it was fire.
Niggas said it was Kwame Brown and Kobe Bryant. That was the meme I kept seeing with Kwame Brown and Kobe Bryant.
I saw niggas really saying like that shit was fire or stuff with them shit. Like I saw Birdman trending last night when it came out, and I'm like, oh shit. And niggas was saying that Birdman was holding his own on a couple of them joints. Not every one of them joints.
Yeah, no, they said he was spitting on some of them.
But
I mean, I've always said that Birdman can spit sometimes.
I mean, he
just most of the time he's garbage.
He's trying to adopt a new son because Lil Wayne got emancipated. Like that.
And Young Boy's the new Lil Wayne. Let's be honest.
And they worse than Lil Wayne. Like when I mean,
yeah, but I mean like in terms of popularity.
Worse than Lil Wayne in the sense of like that nigga really about his for real. Like
he he will kill you.
He's not going to cheddar bob himself, my nigga. He's going to kill somebody.
Lil Wayne be wearing the Uggs talking about he gonna shoot you. That nigga's wearing black Air Force Ones.
Oh yeah, nigga. Like I fuck with Young Boy the way I do it. Like yeah, nigga. Sometimes you just gotta wear black ones, nigga, and shoot somebody. That's real. Black one.
But if you're talking about in terms of popularity, Wayne at his peak for our era, yeah, that's Young Boy right now. Ain't nobody else even close. Ain't nobody close. I
don't even think we got that right now. I think that's that.
Look at if we talking about numbers and popularity for what would have been our timing when Wayne was that. Yes, we were teenagers when that was that. Teenagers now, young boy. That's all they want to hear. That's all they want to see. Same shit like us with Wayne when we was that.
Unfortunately, and this is like a gamble that I've had on for like 3 or 4 months. And I don't want to see this happen, but I think it would. I think Young Boy is the motherfucker that would be good enough to get killed and get like the extra legendary status.
Oh, if he dies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If Young Boy gets killed by some
because the only reason
unfortunate reason,
like, that nigga body is like his mama done said it, he done said it. Like that nigga's not playing for real. Like that nigga body is if he got to be body.
Anytime your mama is willing to be like, yo, stop playing with that nigga.
Yeah, stop playing with
Ain't nobody playing about that nigga. Stop it. You should stop. Unless you can match that energy, you should stop.
Yeah.
For real. You should stop. I've met those types of dudes. They're not playing.
like that shit was wild. When moms had the concerned face, like nigga, chill.
She telling your ops, yo, you should stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if you really want to do that. He ain't gonna listen to me, and I'm his mama. He ain't gonna listen to me if I tell him to stop.
Chill, don't say much. Chill, but like
it's 7 a.m.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. We out this bitch. Episode 185, Millennials podcast. Yep, blame George for all of this. Even though, you know what I'm saying? Even though we greatness every single fucking week, I don't really care. You know? Peace, love, happiness, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? 7 heavens on 1 throne equal 8. Always link on that. You know what I mean? Because y'all niggas don't be stupid.
Leave your nominations in the comments.
In all 4 countries and shit that fuck with us and shit. Make sure that your homies that live in another country that's not one of the countries that we listen to, they start listening to the podcast too and shit. So we can get 5 and 6 and 7 in like the whole world and shit. Cause we fuck with y'all and y'all fuck with us. So yeah, mad love and shit.
And next year we gotta at least double it. It was 4 this year. We gotta have at least 8 next year. I feel like that's easy to do.
You know what? I think it's probably appalling in certain languages, like when they look at, you know what I'm saying, when they do like the Apple Podcast shit now, and like they can
probably
see like
isn't even translatable.
About what we're saying. It probably looks wild as fuck.
As I'm saying, nigga, half of this shit probably isn't even translatable. Like in terms of like another language.
You imagine how this shit looks in Mandarin. Like, oh my God.
You think we getting played in China? Nigga, no. Winnie the Pooh is not having this shit, nigga. And the fact that I called him Winnie the Pooh just guaranteed we're never getting played there.
Somebody's getting motherfucking like decapitated in China for playing this shit, nigga. Like with a
get caught with this mixtape is over.
nigga, I don't even know if they use those in China, nigga. But all I know is get decapitated one of them bitches, nigga.
I feel like that's racist, but okay. A little bit. It's 2022. I feel like it is.
On some non-racist Asian shit though, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings fired on a motherfucker. Like,
the clips I've seen have made me think that it is.
Like, all types of flames, fire, explosions. You gonna make a kung fu movie in an MCU, nigga? That shit was fire. I would recommend going to go see that. Don't pay money to because they got it on Disney Plus in the bag.
Yeah. And shout out to my future baby mama Aquafina.
Oh wait, you trying to impregnate Aquafina? What about Adele?
Nigga, I've been trying to impregnate Aquafina since before she was even popular. Nigga, since she was on YouTube doing the little talk show she had, I wanted to fuck her. Before you niggas even heard of her, I wanted to fuck this girl. When she was rapping about her pussy, I wanted to fuck her.
Pussy, I know. It was fired.
I'm sure it is. I want to find out one day. Hit me up if you see this. I love you. Anyway, yeah, we'll get the fuck about it.
Never getting that live show in San Francisco now. All right,
hey, bullshit.
We love y'all in the Bay. Hey,
we out.